going on, people? Welcome to Football Carnage, and we got another Real Madrid match preview for you guys right here on the channel. Champions League has returned, so we got to talk about the matchup that we have against Lille, and there's going to be a few things that we're going to talk about throughout this video. We got to look at the form that we're going to be heading into this game on. We got to talk about some of the major injury updates that we've received. We're also going to look at Lille and see what their expected 11 might be. What injuries do they have? Because I saw a report that Mbappe is going to be out for 2 to 3 months because he suffered a major injury. And then at the end, we're going to build the starting 11 that I think Carlo Ancelotti is going to put out there for this match. But if you're watching, I need you guys to get in the comment section and let me know any thoughts that you have about this game that's coming up. Because I think I speak for all of us. When I say this matchup right here should be an easy 3 points. This should be a walk in the park. This should be like taking candy from a baby. I don't view Lille as competition. I don't think there's no excuse why we should not be putting in a dominant performance. And I don't want to disrespect them, and I don't want to just dismiss them, because I have been humbled quite a few times when I talked about teams that were beneath us, and then they ended up taking points off of us. But that was earlier on in the season. That's when we were playing on some pretty bad form, right? You guys know a few weeks ago, I was pretty pissed off about how we've looked. We always started off slow. In the first half, teams would come out, they would dominate the ball, they would be the ones that dictate tempo, they'd be creating all these big chances, and we got to rely on Courtois in that first half to save us time and time again. But after that Champions League game against Stuttgart, when we played Espanyol a few weeks ago, from then, we've been on smoke. I don't know what Carlo has told his team, but we just look completely different. We've done a complete 180. And that's why I'm so confident heading into this matchup against Lille. Because we are now the team that's starting games fast. We're now the team that's creating all these chances early. We're having teams play on the back foot. Their defenders are having a hard time going against us, and that's how it should be. Look at the quality that we have in our side. So I thought it was inexcusable how we looked the first few weeks. And I was telling us, chat, you guys would know if you were watching me. I said the way that we started off this season was not sustainable. And we were getting lucky. The fact that we are unbeaten heading into this match across all competitions, we are lucky. Because we were conceding a lot of big chances. Against Sociedad, they hit the post 3 times versus us. We were out here dropping points to Mallorca, drawing with Las Palmas. Before the Atletico game, we didn't play any team that I actually viewed as a threat. In the league, we were going against mid to bottom half clubs. And then in the Champions League, we played Stuttgart. Stuttgart are not a threat. They're mid. Let's just call it what it is. And we struggled against Stuttgart. So I was nervous heading into the Madrid derby. I was nervous with all these big games starting to come up. But as I said, after that Stuttgart game and we played Espanyol, we have just been a completely different team. We've been on smoke. We've been on fire lately. And we're literally beating the second half FC charges because we're cooking in both halves now. That game against Atleti at the Metropolitano, playing in that absolute hostile environment, those mutants and inbreds that support Atleti got the game postponed for 20 minutes because they were so mad about how well we were cooking them. That's the most hostile environment that we'll probably play in all season. And we passed that test with flying colors. So why can't I expect us to go to France and play the 6th team in La Liga, in Ligue 1, right? Lille are sitting 6th at the moment in the French league. They don't have any players that I think should be giving us a problem. I'm so confident heading into this game. And I think we'd be walking away with 3 points, and we'll be on 6 points after playing our second game in this brand new Champions League format. But I do want to show you guys the table real quick, right? So currently in the Champions League standings, we are sitting in 9th, right? We beat Stuttgart 3-1. And then I'm not seeing Lille. They're down here at 30th. They didn't win their first game. They lost 0-2. I'm not even sure who they played. And I don't care who they played. I expect them to have 2 losses after Wednesday. But I want to know your thoughts on the Champions League format. I kind of like it. Like, it's super different, and it's very similar to what the Super League wanted to do. But I think it's pretty interesting. They added on more games, so now you play 8 games before the knockout rounds. And I think only the top 8 teams automatically advance. I think 9th through 24th have to do like a playoff kind of situation, if I'm not mistaken. And I do think that when it's all said and done, we need to be in that top 2. And we need to be first, actually. Let me not even say I'm giving us too much grace. We need to be the first team on the standings. And I think that we will be. We got a few good matchups coming up. And we got to take care of business against Lille. But, yeah, I just want your thoughts on that, because some people like it, some people don't. I really don't have a problem with it. But let's get into the squad that will be traveling to France for this game. So in goal, right, you're going to have Lunin out there, Fran Gonzalez, and Sergio Mestre. Then the defenders, right, we got Carvajal, Militao, Lucas Vasquez, Jesus Vallejo, Fran Garcia, Rudiger, Mendy, and Jacobo. And then in midfield, Bellingham, Camavinga, Valverde, Modric, Tchouameni, and Arda Güler. And then in attack, Vinicius, Mbappe, who's going to be making a possible return. We're going to talk about that in a second. But Mbappe has been included in the squad list. And then Endrick. This is the team that will be headed to France to go against Lille. Now, I know I brought up earlier the injuries that Madrid have to deal with. And we got some major updates today, right? Like Thibaut Courtois is injured. He's not going to be able to play against Lille. He's not going to be there for the Villarreal game. And I think they're saying that he'll come back for the Celta Vigo match after the international break. So that's a big blow to the squad. I mean, look, Thibaut Courtois is one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, period. I actually think he is the best. So not having him out there, that's going to suck. But I'm excited to see Lunin play, right? Lunin just recently signed a new deal. And last season, Lunin, in my opinion, was a top 5 goalkeeper in Europe. Like, the guy stepped up when Courtois got injured. This guy was making big save after big save every single week. In the Champions League against Man City, he had a monster performance as well. So I have all the confidence in the world that Lunin's going to be able to do a good job for however long Courtois needs to be rested. So I think we'll be okay there. But it's just super annoying. It's like every time I wake up and check my phone, I'm seeing a different injury at Real Madrid. Like, give me a break, bro. And then we also have David Alaba, who's still injured, right? He has not come back yet from that. I think he just returned to running on grass. So, you know, there's a possibility that we see him return within maybe another month or so. Dani Ceballos is still out for another few weeks. Brahim Diaz is out for, I think, at least another month. And then Mbappe is doubtful for this game. We know that he got injured against Alaves last week, and he was supposed to miss all of these games up until after the international break. But they're saying that he's made a speedy recovery, and he will train with the squad. And if everything feels right, then there's a possibility that he gets some minutes in the second half. Now, me personally, I would not be playing Mbappe in this game. I don't think that we need Mbappe. There's no reason to risk him in this game. We should be able to go and slap up Lille regardless of if Mbappe is there or not. And now that the reports have come out that his brother is injured because he got a big injury, he's not going to be playing football for 2 to 3 months. It's not even like we could run that storyline of, oh, Kylian Mbappé is going against Ethan Mbappé. Ethan Mbappé is not playing. And I don't think Kylian should either. Let him rest. It's not worth it. I don't need him coming back from injury early, and then he re-aggravates the injury against Lille, and now we're going to be missing him when we got to go against Barca, Liverpool, and all these other big teams in a few months. So we'll see what ends up happening. But major blow with Courtois being out, but a possible big addition with Mbappe being able to return early from his injury. Again, I would not play him. But I want to know what you guys think about these injuries. It just seems like every damn season we just end up having to deal with this nonsense. But regardless, man, let's move on and look at Lille, right? Now, Lille are a pretty interesting team. They got a lot of young talent there. I don't know a lot of these players, but I do know Jonathan David. I do know Angel Gomez from when he was at Manchester United. You know, he's obviously went on to Lille, and he's done pretty well for himself. But everybody else, kind of NPCs, right? But they do have a decent squad. They're sitting 6th in Ligue 1. And I think they'll be able to create some chances versus us just because that's how football goes. But I just think that we'll suffocate them. I don't think they'll see enough of the ball. They might have a few good spells. And I believe, actually, that Angel Gomez is either injured or suspended for this game, right? I mean, here's the predicted 11 for them. So SofaScore is predicting them to be out there in a 5-4-1. And when I scroll down, yeah, look, Angel Gomez is suspended for this match. So that's a big blow for them. They don't have Ethan Mbappe listed as an injury, but that's because that news just broke recently. So he won't be out there either. But regardless, this was like a pretty defensive lineup to me. And I don't blame Lille, right? If you look at all the talent that Real Madrid have, I don't think they're going to be too expansive in this game. I don't think that they're going to be trying to attack us. I do think they're going to just try and contain us and then hopefully hit us on the counter, right? That's probably what they're thinking. And I think that's a smart approach. Having 5 defenders back there when you got to possibly go against Vinicius and Rodrigo, yeah, that's a safe bet. But as I said, the form that we've been on, we should go out there and absolutely cook them. We should be dominating possession. We should be peppering their goalkeeper. And I want to know what you guys think about Lille's possible lineup. Look, I haven't watched them this season, to be fair. So I don't know if they usually play like this, but it's no surprise that when teams go up against us, they are very defensive. So, you know, it is what it is. But before we get on out of here, chat, I do want to just build the expected 11 that I think Carlo's going to use. Okay? So I want you to get in the chat and let me know what you think about this 11. And I'll give you guys my reasoning to why I'm picking certain things. So I think just like we played against Atleti with, we need to go into this game with the diamond, right? As long as Mbappe is out, we should be reverting back to the diamond. Because I don't believe that Endrick will start tomorrow. Now, if Endrick starts, then no diamond, right? Do the 4-2-3-1. But I don't see Endrick getting a start tomorrow. So here's how I would line up if I was Carlo. So I would do Lunin in goal, right? Then at right back, I'm doing Danny Carvajal. But I actually think you could maybe even start Lucas Vasquez. I'm thinking that Lucas Vasquez could be an option for this game, but who knows? Okay, where's this guy at? But who knows? Carvajal. Then I'm doing Militao. Because I don't really want to rotate that much. considering this is only the second Champions League game. So this is a must win. Cannot be drawing against Lille. Left back, I'm doing Mendy. Now, in the 6, give me Camavinga. I think Camavinga will make his start and make his season debut in this game. I think Tchouameni should get a little rest. I would also do Valverde. This guy is the engine of our midfield. Absolute unit. Then I would play Jude left CM. And then I would start Arda Güler in the 10. I think it was unacceptable that this guy did not play against Atleti. The fact that this guy always seems to, not always, but there's been a few times this season where he's got a DNP. That, to me, Carlo cannot be doing that. Arda Güler needs to be getting game time every single match. And I think he should be starting in this one. And then give me Vinny up top. And then give me Rodrigo up top with him. Oh, my gosh. Why do I always do that? There we go. This is how I would line up against Lille if I was Carlo. Let me know what you guys think about this 11. I would have started Endrick, but I think him taking that shot against Atleti on that counter when he could have laid it off to Jude, for me, that's grounds for him to not be starting. Like, he has to be punished for that. I'm sorry. That is actually unacceptable. So for that, I don't think Endrick should start. Because that, not to put the blame on Endrick, because we did have other chances that we should have capitalized before he even got subbed on. But the fact that he shot that from damn near 30 yards out is crazy to me. So I don't think, now he should play. He should definitely get subbed on in this game. But I don't want to start him because of that. Like, he's got to get punished for that. So, yeah, 4-4-2, right? Diamond formation. I think Camavinga makes his season debut. I think Arda Güler starts. And those are the two changes that I see us making from that Atleti game. But, yo, big up to everybody, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you are thinking for this game. Let me know what you thought about any of the things that we talked about. And we will be doing a watch-along for this match. So make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss anytime I drop a new video. I'm out, people. Peace.